Hello and welcome to Maggie's Gaming Channel. This is Magzie, and we are back here on World of Warcraft. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. Guys, we are on our Fire Mage. Uh, if you guys don't know, this is a challenge that me and my son are doing on WoW, where we make a Fire Mage, but we are not allowed to use the Mage class. So, we did discuss it today, and we think it would be possible to actually do a Fire Mage using the Frost spec, but that would defeat the purpose because you would still be a mage. And we are at 40. I wanted to give you guys an update video at 40. I told you guys that I would. Wow, he's like right for some reason. I told you guys I would give you guys an update. This is the one we was going to level up all the way through. I'm just going to get to 80, and we're going to try to do a spec running as a fire mage. This is what we got so far. We are running Invoker, Devastation. Now, the premise of this guy is that he thinks he's human. He doesn't realize he's a dragon, all right? So he thinks that the abilities that he does is makes him a fire mage. So he's just run as a fire mage his entire life. He doesn't realize that the abilities he gets and the transformations he does means that he's not a fire mage, he's actually a dragon. And so that's the premise of the character. My character anyway. James is running one. I have him on Discord, but his wife is on the phone with her mom, and I didn't want to get that in video, so I will have him update you guys on the next video. But for now, this is what we got. We got Invoker here. There's going to be some choices that I have to make on here. We're not allowed to use anything that wouldn't be able to be used as a fire mage. So the basic premise here is to get a fire mage rotation. So let me get off my mount here, and I'll show you what I got. So down on the bar, let me close this out first. So this is my fireball spell. This is my pyroblast spell. This is my dragon's breath, and this is my flame strike. This move right here just uses multiple pyros, so that's the only reason I use this one. And none of these rest of these I use. I've clicked on this once. It's just a defensive bonus, but I do have, most mages have the ice defensive cooldown, so but I haven't used it that much. On my bar here, we have I'm using air quotes here, guys. You can't see it. Arcane Intelligence, which I can use. It is, this one actually weaves a thread of time, reducing cooldown of major movement abilities for all party members in the raid by 15% for 1 hour. And it's just about the only thing I could think of for Arcane Intelligence. So that's what we're using for Arcane Intelligence. And my basic rotation is I'll cast Living Flame and then pop off a Pyro, try to simulate the Pyroblast effect. There is an effect that actually gives this one instant cast, and I do have that. So sometimes it will proc for a critical hit, which simulates the instant cast. But that's what we're doing there. And then this actually looks like this. I'll show that off. That's what it looks like. It's kind of like rain, but that's what I'm using for my flame strike. So that's what we got so far. And my talent tree so far is we picked up pyro, so we could use that as the pyroblast. And then I've just been trying to pick up stuff that is going to buff that, and I tried to stay away from this other stuff. My problem is we're on this level here, and I can't get past this level, and I've got stuff down here that I have to get. So I'm going to have to put points in other stuff just to get down to here. I'm going to try to buff stuff that I'm already using. I don't use Deep Breath because I couldn't think of a way to get this finagled in to the rotation for Fire Mage. And I pretty much got my rotation for Fire Mage laid out here, so I don't really need any other spell anyway, so we just need to buff this one. Now, I could go Frost fire spec. I don't think that's legit though. And if I did that, I could use what's that stupid spell? Let me go to the spell book real quick. I could use Azure Strike as my blue spell, which would give a huge buff to the damage that this one does. But we're going to stick to true Fire Mage fashion here. We can go to Living Flame. So I want to buff Living Flame damage. So we got this. I need to put another point in this one. I've already done this one. Both of these actually increase fire damage, but I liked the way this one worked better. This one, living flame deals 25% more damage and healing, but it increased its cast time, and I didn't want to increase the cast time. It's already crazy cast time already, so increasing that would make it even murder to use. So we're using Ruby Flame here for that one, that choice there. On this one here, we are going Inner Radiance and boosting the effectiveness on myself. I basically had to get down through here, so I had to go through this one, and I wasn't going to use Quill period, so there's no point in reducing that one. So I wanted to make sure I do stuff up. We have Ruby Essence. Your Living Flame has 20% chance to cause Essence Burst, making your next Disintegrate or Pyroblast cost no essence, and that's when it highlights there. This is what it's triggering, that 20% chance, and it means when I cast it, it won't cost me any essence. Now, a Fire Mage, it would be an instant cast with automatic critical, but I don't have a way to simulate that so far. You guys got any suggestions on the build that I'm doing? Put it in the comments below. I'll look at it. So we are coming down through here to get this one because we want this. Burnout. Fire Breath damage has 16% chance to cause your next Living Flame to instant cast, and it'll stack up to 2 times. I use Fire Breath, so that'll be good for me. And then we also want this one, Snapfire. What Snapfire does is turns Firestorm basically into an instant cast. And without triggering its cooldown, it does 100% more damage. So basically turns this into the Fire Flame Strike spell, which I find hilarious. Now, the other thing we're looking to do on this side... Oh, we have a thing over here too, so I'll show you that one too. We're looking to get Flame Breath causes your next Living Fire to strike 1 additional target. I figured that might be one to pick up also. The other one we're using, which is supposed to be our Pyroblast... I always mix those two up because I'm dyslexic. There we go. Pyro. We are trying to get this one. We're not trying to get this one. I thought I might come over here and grab this one real quick, but I need a blue spell to trigger this one, so there's no point in getting this one. But I did want this one right here, so we're just going to come down this way. With the intent to come down here and grab this. It's a passive. It does work on Disintegrate, which we're not going to be using, but Pyroblast reduces the remaining cooldown on all empowered spells. So I thought that might be good to grab if we can. Otherwise, we're going to get the rest of these 3 because they'll work on the Pyroblast. Pyroblast there increases the damage by 10% for 12 seconds after you land. And then... feeding the flames. After casting 9 pyros, your next pyro will explode into a firestorm, kind of like the flame strike thing. In addition, pyro and disintegration, 20% increased damage to enemies within your firestorm. So this will also give us a buff to enemies. So we want to constantly be triggering this and casting that on enemies. And that's where we are at right now with this build. The next time you see this character, he will be 80, and hopefully we will be spec'd out with some good gear on, and we will be able to run together with Warg's Fire Mage and kind of show them off the build-wise. Warg is doing a Warlock, if I'm not mistaken, and I'm he's he's same as me. He's trying to get to 80. But guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Uh, if you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you gotta do is go to my page, hit the subscribe button, set your settings, you can come check out the video. If you do like this episode and you want to share it with your friends, tell them you like it, there's a share tab down below. There's links there, social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post on YouTube community page. If you have any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. Subscribing is free, guys. You can do it. It doesn't cost anything. It's not Twitch. And I'll see you guys later.